Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is now time for round 4 of our MotoGP career mode. It is time for the circuit of Jerez. It is the Spanish GP. So here we go then, guys and gals, my best qualifying yet on the second row in 6th place with the gas. I've got a good feeling about this race, so let's see what we can do. That's not a bad start from us, but as predominantly as we've seen so far in the 2 races so far, we really struggle on the start. The AI are just significantly stronger than the player. I think that's the same for everyone as it stands, but we're up into 6th place, so we are where we started. And this is the sprint, so there's no worry about fuel, no real concern about tyre wear either. Let's just go for it. Pecco's in the lead, Zarco in second, and to the left-hand side here, I'm pretty fast into the entry into turn 4. As I completely made a big mistake there. I actually bumped Jorge Martin, but I'm just desperate to get on through. I have no remorse for the 120% AI. I have been taken out 3 times this season, or at least punted wide on many corners, so I've got no remorse for the AI, so I'm going to be as aggressive as anything to ensure we can stay fighting for the positions I feel we should be fighting for. But the consideration that the gas has got onto the 6th place, the second row on the grid, I'm very happy with that. I really had to dig down deep though to get into the qualifying here, and to qualify in a decent spot. Getting into Q2 was a feel-good moment, I assure you, because every single race so far has not been very good in the terms of qualifying. Since Kota, where we did improve, we went to 14th, but this time getting into Q2 and starting on the second row was absolutely superb. So into the Crivier corner, we are up to 4th place, 2 grid improvement. Pecco Bagnaia leading the way with the Prima Pramac Ducati man Johan Zarco in second, and of course you have the Spanish legend Marc Marquez ahead of us on board the Repsol Honda. Now this is a problem for us because every time we come out of these really slow corners, we lose a hell of a lot of time to the AI, so that's going to be really challenging. I don't know whether I can compete with the rides ahead of us, but as long as I can hold my own and hold my ground, a 4th place is a terrific finish. Of course, coming off the sprint podium in the Circuit of the Americas last time out, I'd love to replicate that here today, but a 7/10 of a second gap to Marquez makes things a little bit too difficult, but we'll see. A little bit wide there upon the exit, almost went onto the curb. That's exactly what I did in the previous lap, but I found Jorge Martin in the middle of that corner. And now for the Sito Pons corner, here comes an Enea Bassini. You'll see the difference on the straight line speed. Whether an Enea Bassini is in the slipstream or not, we cannot contend with the speed of the GP23 Ducati. He's just completely blast by us, and now he comes through again. He's not quite through. Enea Bassini looks to be on the hard front from what I could see on the right hand side. I went for the medium front myself, although it did recommend the hard front. But a 7-lap sprint, I don't think it's necessary to go for the hardest tyre compound available, especially for a 7-lap dash. If it was more of the longer race, maybe, then I'll consider the hard tyre. We've got to gauge where we are in this race and gauge how we do in the sprint. So far, 2 Ducatis hot on my heel. 0.6 of a second we lost on this lap to Marquez, so I think the podium has now disappeared. Pecco looking to get back to the sprint victories after crashing in the Circuit of the Americas. And Johan Zarco, he's not out of this either. He is closing in on the 2-time MotoGP World Champion. So coming out of the Lorenzo corner now, we're going to try and get across the line and hopefully retain the 4th place. Johan Zarco, fastest man on track with a 1:35.868. Good stuff for the number 5. So now bringing on the power, then down on the brakes, keeping it in nice and tight to the Michelin corner. Back onto the left-hand side. Gaps more or less stay the same, but here going into Sito Pons all the way down into the DrAce corner, or the Danny Pedrosa corner. I can't believe I still call that by its old name. That's still going after playing this game so many times. And Jorge Martin, here he comes. The runner-up of the MotoGP World Championship in 2023 is now taken over 4th place. And here comes the Aprilia, the Kota sprint winner, Maverick Vinales. So now into the right-hand side, closing back on into Jorge Martin. But to get past him now, oh, look at the difference in acceleration. We just can't pick it up as fast as he can. Desperately looking for some sort of improvement for the speed of this gas. It would help us so much. Just the exit speed, it would save us so much time. We'd probably be able to qualify a little bit better. As Martino went a bit deep there. He either went deep or I went too tight. Either way, we did close in somewhat, but if we're not ahead of him going into the Lorenzo corner, then I guess you can forget it off the circuit ever so slightly there, but back into the right-hand side for Ferrari, and then back on the anchors again. And Johann Zarco, he is right on the heels of the MotoGP World Champion now. Hopefully he does sort of mess up the feathers of Pecco Bagnaia, because, well, he's pretty much dominant so far, and it'd be nice for someone else to take a victory. 36.9 for us. In fact, that was coincidentally the exact same lap time as we did on the second lap. 36.901. So good pace so far as Maverick. Good lord. That was an aggressive move. See what I mean about the AI being aggressive? No love lost now with me and the 120% difficulty AI. I'm just going to keep on fighting back. If I have to be aggressive, then I'll be aggressive. It's not a problem for me. Considering how aggressive the AI can be in this computer game, I think I'll be joining them with the aggression, matching their intensity in this video. So now onto the brakes going into the Pedrosa corner. A little bit wide, but we might be able to pull it back in. It felt like I was going to go too wide there, but the more and more I play MotoGP 23, and especially in this MotoGP class, the better feeling I'm getting. Comparing this to Portimao, comparing it to Argentina, there's a night and day difference in the sense of feeling. I feel I'm braking better into the corners, I'm downshifting a better speed and better time, and also probably not abusing the first gear too much, because I think that was actually slowing me down a lot in the previous races. Maverick goes deep into Pelliquet, and then we have Bastianini, who's what, 3/10 behind us? Yeah, this one's on. This might not be a 5th place all done and dusted. I think we've got a bit of a battle on our hands with two very fast riders ahead of us. The veteran Maverick Vinales and the somewhat of a youngster, Enea Bastianini. They're going to be charging me now as we get across the line to improve the lap time. It's going to be a 36.835. So good consistency so far. Only deviated by about 1/10 of a second. I was going a lot quicker than that in the qualifying though. I can't remember exactly how much it was. Hopefully I showed you a screenshot at the beginning of this video, because I don't really remember if I saved the screenshot. But yeah, that's not a bad lap time, that. I still think we can go a lot quicker. And already into the first split, you can see we've gained 0.3 of a second, gaining confidence as the fuel begins to deplete. And Enea Bastianini, he's behind us by 0.2 of a second. If we can hold on to this position going into the Pedrosa corner, we should still have it going all the way up to possibly the Martinez Aspar corner. We'll see, but into the right-hand side for Pedrosa corner. 0.3 is the gap. We're up by 0.3 as well, so it's going to be a 136.5 if things stay as they are. Strong on the power as Jorge Martin. Actually, I just noticed his lap time, a 135.4, so that's 1.4 seconds quicker than I am, and it doesn't even feel like I'm significantly slower in this one. There's a bit of a gap holding up me. Well, there's a bit of a train building up behind us. So we go completely wide there, and here comes Bastianini. He's pushed me deep. I can't fight back now. We lost all of that time. We lost 0.5 of a second in that exchange. And now back at it again. To the right-hand side, as tight as your apex as you can possibly go. Oh, cutting the nose up of the Enea Bastianini there, the beast. He won't take kindly to that one. But that's what you got to do. If you want to try and be victorious here, or at least get some points in, you've got to get the gloves off and you've got to start fighting. Here comes the beast. Across in the line there, he goes up into 5th position. And I'm in the wrong side here for an overtake. It's not really a corner, you can go around the outside there, but we certainly thought about it. And now back up on the inside, possibly. Can we? Oh, go on. Good, fair play from Bastianini for going a little bit deeper there, not allowing the contact to slow him down. But he's on it now. I can't lose toe with him. I've got to keep with Enea. But it's coming out the corners. We're just losing too much time. Into the right-hand side. Now it's a little bit deep. I don't want Bez to come up and through. Oh, there he is. Oh, right on cue. Marco Bezzecchi, with no regard for human life, diving up on the inside into the right-hander there. But I'm going to give him back, though. Nice. Clean overtake. I wasn't actually confident about that until I actually went for it. And by the time I committed, it was too late. Nice overtake. Good to get the position back. And I would say that's a rather clean overtake. An overtake that was just purely ambition rather than talent. I just wanted it so much to keep hold of 6th place, but we are now where we started. So we haven't gained a single position, we've gone backwards. But over, oh, look at Maverick. He's pushing Bezzecchi wide now, and now Maverick wants a piece of me. Oh, tried to go the long way around, it worked. Holding on for dear life as Bastianini's gone a little bit deep again into Ferrari. Maybe 5th position is not over yet. Hard on the brakes. Oh, losing it. Good recovery. But that's going to cost us on the straight. It is dearly. As we now go into the Slipstream Maverick, that's going to be our worst lap time yet if you don't count the initial launch of the line, of course. But even then, just within 0.2 of a second, I've been so consistent in this race. Good lap times. I can't think I can do any better than that. But into the right-hander, Maverick's gone a little bit tight and I've gone too deep. I've yielded the position and now we have to fight for 7th. So we are now 1 position lower than where we started. You would consider that as a disappointment. But considering how difficult Portimao and Argentina rounds were, this is almost like a victory. It's almost like a podium. The whole qualifying situation and the way we've conducted ourselves this weekend, I think is fantastic. And good, consistent lap times as well is what I'm always trying to do as we go late on the brakes again on Marco Bezzecchi. He's going to be sick of the sight of this red gas. Oh, very tight to the apex there. But we do still hold on to 7th place. Maverick occupies my 6th place where I started. I want that back, I really do, but I just don't know if I can get him. So guys, of course, if you do have a chance to subscribe, now's a great time to do it. We're not far away from 10,000 subscribers, and I would appreciate the assistance. And as this one is heating up for the final couple of corners, you don't want to miss the final part, so maybe do it now. But as we now bring on the power into the right-hand side, I'm hoping at least one of them goes wide again. Maybe then I'll have a sniff going into Lorenzo corner, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I don't think we can do it. But late on the brakes, yeah, there's no way. Even if I was right behind them, the speed they pick up on the straight is just too much for me. But I will bring on the power, and I think we're only going to lose 0.2. So again, it's going to be either a very low 137 or another 136.9. That's a great effort. I'm happy with that, really happy with that. 7th place, earning us extra points. Keeps us in the fight for 10th place in the championship. Good stuff, I'm happy with that. I can take it. Pecco Bagnaia wins then from Johan Zarco. That's another sprint victory for Pecco. And of course down the line here, Pol Espargaro. I'm looking for Pol. He didn't even make any points. Bad race for my teammates and a couple of KTMs behind me. So once again, top KTM man. And then Enea Bastianini, 2nd place, 43 behind Pecco Bagnaia. He's on 111 points already. And there we are. In 12th place. So we're 13 points behind Jack Miller, who's top KTM. And we're almost in the 10th spot. Got to keep it up. Got to keep fighting for 10th place. And there's Pol Espargaro still on 8 championship points. So in 7th place again. Apologies, I did check. I didn't have the screenshot for the qualifying, but I can assure you it was a bloody good effort. And we start from 6th place once again. This time it's 13 laps of the Spanish GP and we're dropping all the way as low as 12th. To start this one off, but I'm going to try and get back up on the inside of a few more to regain my 6th place, but it's not going to happen. I'm down in 7th. Go up on the inside of Bez. He is going to be sick of the sight of me of this one. He had some altercations with him in the sprinters. Oh, Marquez gets punted. My apologies. I went to get a little bit too much power on there and absolutely whacked into the side of Marc Marquez. He's going to be livid about that. Look at us up at the inside of Zarco now. What a move. We're going to be up into the fighting podium positions. Can we get through on Zarco? Elbows out. He's on the grass. We hold on to 3rd place. Could it be another fairy tale up at the inside of Bastianini? Now he's got the inside line, though. There's no way I can close the gap this time. But I tell you what a start. That was a terrible start because, of course, we do struggle with the lack of power on the gas. But we're now into a situation. Oh, look at that for a move up at the inside of Bastianini. He's gone a little bit too deep. Oh, I thought it was going to be really beautiful there and I thought we could keep on to it, but unfortunately not. Bastianini's gone a bit deep. I followed him in. This is not my line. I don't particularly like that. Zarco's pushing me off the circuit. Good move from Zarco into Pelliqui. He has the 3rd position and now we've got to do it all again to try and fight for the podium places. So into the right-hander. There is Johan Zarco. Can we dive up on the inside into the Lorenzo corner? I'm not confident in the 13th corner, but oh, I thought about it. Oh, it's too early. I went on the power a bit too early. Yeah, we already struggle with lack of power on this straight. Now it's worse. God damn it. What an effort, though. Great start, nonetheless. And now it's time to attack, attack, attack. We cannot sit here and just watch these guys get away. I've got to try and get in there and muscle them about a bit. Even if I have to be overly aggressive, we can do it. Need to be fighting in for that podium. I want that 10th place in the championship. I know it's only 4 races in, but if we can just get that position, then maybe we have high aspirations for new positions in the future. But as it stands, we are probably not going to get close enough because the speed they get out of here now going on the straight going into the Pedrosa corner, I'm not going to be close enough. And now Marco Bezzecchi is, yeah, he's so close. We'll be able to hear him in a moment. Well, late on the brakes again into turn 6, downshifting all the way to first to give myself a little bit of power just coming out the corner. I find if I come out of the corner in second gear, it's just not enough. It's just not powerful enough. But we are closing in though. Zarco hasn't actually pulled away from me here. And of course, if you are looking to the right hand side of your screen, you'll notice that we have a bit of a battle, in-house, in-fighting competition between myself and Paul Espargaro. And that is for team leader rank, team leader status. And we're currently 4.5 seconds ahead of him, or 4.2 as it stands, as Zarco goes a bit deep. Oh, we were really close to Zarco. I'm a little bit off the circuit there, but we'll fight back, and hopefully into the Lorenzo corner, we can get third place again. Nicely done as we go into the left-hand side. Oh, Zarco, the two-time world champion, or Moto2 champion, hitting the one-time Moto2 champion. Good Lord, Zarco, that was aggressive. But on to the right-hander for turn 1. That's a good start from us, a 1:36.7, only 3/10 slower than your championship leader and race leader, Pecco Bagnaia. Now, we do have to bear in mind that we will have to drop down to the second power option soon. But for the meantime, let's just keep going. Let's just keep on pushing. Let's go to about 5-6 laps in, and then we'll start considering dropping down to power setting 2. But to the right-hand side now. We're not out of this. We're not out of this at all for a podium. This could be one hell of a result. But I think it's going to have to be defend, defend, defend instead of attack, attack, attack. Because once we get through on Zarco and have to drop the fuel, then it's going to be damn near impossible to really fight back if they get through. But I gotta say, I'm happy with my riding in this one. I feel really confident and I feel really good. And I'm having such a great time. It's been difficult though because now I've got the BMW HP2 Cup with the Ace Academy coming up in Ride 5. So I think I'm going to lose a small touch. But hopefully I can still balance the skills with both of them and keep you guys entertained with more MotoGP 23 content. But for the time being, this has not been a bad lap either. But I fear that the AI is beginning to get into that rhythm and groove that we know they're capable of doing. Oh, almost out off the circuit there from Ferrari corner. And now on to the left-hander of the Lorenzo corner, trying to get some slipstream. But we're not close enough. Across the line, this will put us back into the 137s. That's an early time to be dropping into the 137s. That's not good. I mean, it's still very consistent, the pace. I mean, I don't think we've dropped any further than a 137.1 or 2 pretty much all weekend. I've been pretty much on that all the way through. It's just the qualifying act to try and find a few more tenths just get into Q2. But for some reason I think I was lucky in Q2 because the AI just, they didn't put in lap times like this. They were a little bit slower. I mean, we've seen in the race, the sprint earlier, which was Jorge Martin's fastest lap time of a 1:35.4. They weren't doing that in the qualifying. And it's still the same difficulty at 120%, which is of course the maximum. So nothing has been changed. I'm glad we didn't change it because it seems to be track specific. Some tracks are just absolutely impossible. And then some, they're certainly giving me a run for my money. And then some, we're actually having a great race. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else we can do for the rest of the season. But I'm very happy with the situation we're in right now. And we're still holding off against Marco Bezzecchi. And now that we've dropped down to power setting 2, I feel like we're actually doing a little bit better with mid-corners. So maybe I need to save power setting 3 for the straights. Very much similar to what we did in Circuit of the Americas. I'm not sure. It's something we could certainly try to do. But now into the right-hander, as tight as the apex as we possibly can go into the Ferrari corner. And then hard on the anchors. Puts us into the Lorenzo corner in, what, 5? Yeah, I think we lost 0.5 of a second in this lap to Johan Zarco. I think that could be it. I mean, a 4th place is the bridesmaid podium. We can certainly try for that. Bagnaia 1:36.4 again. This is going to be very tough. Very challenging, especially now that we drop down to power setting 2. And going into the Michelin corner, getting a bit of a wobble there. The hard front doesn't quite feel as comfortable as the medium front did, but it will have the durability, and that's what we need. Our caveat for this team is that we suffer from fuel depletion at a high rate, and tyre wear is at medium going on high, I think. So I don't know how well the tyres will hold, but I can't say I've really struggled with the tyres this season. It's been more just lack of power. And maybe the tyres won't get burned up because there's no power to burn them. Went into the Pedrosa corner. Oh, I just seen a black GP22 approaching. The Desmosedici GP22 at the helm and hands of Marco Bezzecchi is approaching. We're alright every now and again. It's a very misleading circuit, this one. I think because the AI are so strong in some corners and so weak in others. And I think I have the same issue. I tend to be strong in the corners they're weak, and then the opposite for them. So it does really look weird when you're looking at the gaps. Like we have now a 0.5 of a second gap to Bez. And now to the right hand side, it may actually increase as we go into the Lorenzo corner, but then it will possibly change to about 0.2 as we go across the line. Chucking on the ride height device nice and prematurely there to get the ultimate amount of power. And across the line, it will be another close lap time, a 1:36.838, so just a 0.004 of a second difference. Oh, there goes Bez again. The Scorpio is approaching the Leo as we go on the brakes. A little bit. Oh no, don't do it, Bez. He could go around the outside here. It'd be very difficult to fight. Yeah, I can't contend with that. It's gone a little bit deep though, but I don't think it's enough to me to stop him now. Marco Bezzecchi, he's got my 4th place. Do I go up to power setting 3 to try and regain the position? Oh, we could, but I don't think we'll be close enough. I'll put it on just briefly, and then we'll chuck it back down to power setting 2 for the next couple of corners. But on the brakes we go. Really closing in tight to the Pedrosa corner. That's a far cry from how they used to respond in MotoGP 22. They were god-awful in that circuit, especially in that corner. It's good to see we've got some great thrilling battles happening in MotoGP 23, and here comes a chance. I think Bez has just slightly got the door open yet. It's not fully closed, the latch is on or something. He needs to put the bolt on as well, because I'm still going to go for it. I have a chance. I definitely have a chance of regaining that 4th place. And now into the right-hand side for the Crivier corner. Another wobble on the front end of the RC16. Now to the right-hand side again for the Ferrari corner. We're still there. And even in power setting 2, we have a chance. I'm going to go late as I possibly can. Not close enough. And as we bring on the power, we're going to get dropped. Maybe a bit of power setting 3. No, I don't think we need it. I don't think it makes enough of a difference in such a small amount of time. But once again, a 1:36.8 is my effort to keep up with Marco Bezzecchi. Pecco Bagnaia is in the 1:36.2s now, so he's slowly increasing his pace, but it's not a million miles faster than mine. 0.6 with a completely stock RC16 with no upgrades like they have. I think in the future, with the right package, we could be fighting with them for race victories. But for the time being, this rookie is only fighting for 10th places. And, well, currently as it stands, 5th place, so not bad overall when you think about it, especially considering just how bad the first 2 races were. So now on the brakes into the Pedrosa corner again. Still in power setting 2, may I remind you. We've got to save a bit of power setting 3. And I think now our target has moved from Marco Bezzecchi to the 2 Aprilias behind us. The Piaggio Group boys are going to be loving this one because they're going to absolutely eat me alive here. If they work together, they'll probably get me before we go into the Lorenzo corner. Now into the Nieto corner. There is a Spargro. I've seen Max and Mia's numbers on the helmet there. That was how close it was. And now to the right. We're holding our own. But I do fear that this gap's just going to get tighter and tighter. We're on the defence, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the defence. Braking as hard as we can into Lorenzo corner. And now Marco Bezzecchi's like, wow, still keeping up, are you, mate? Still holding in there, are you? I'm doing my best, that's all I can do. But across the line it's a 1:36.9, so we are slipping backwards ever so slightly. But I've got to say, that's some good consistency. I'm really trying my best here. This is the rhythm and groove I got in the qualifying that helped me get into qualifying 2. Just constantly chucking lap times at it. I figured out as well that the first practice is pretty much useless. The first practice by the AI is just beyond crazy speeds. I think they were like 3 seconds faster than I was, and I was like, oh my god. In fact, Marco Bezzecchi is now the fastest man on track. So following him has done me some good. But for the qualifying in Q2, they weren't doing lap times anywhere near what they were earlier on. They were doing more lap times like this. So 136.1s, 135.9s, a little bit more reachable than what we've had so far. As Espargaro, there he is. I held my breath ever so slightly as we go back up the inside of Espargaro. I had to quickly move the right analog stick to see where he was. It was a good job I did, because I kind of tensed up for the moment of him attacking us. But this is going to be the worst lap time yet. We've been dropping speed a lot here. And now we're on the defence. It's only going to get worse. Oh no. Nerve-wracking. Oh, don't downshift to first. I did that in the practice and I almost crashed. Can't do that again. I cannot downshift to first there. Got to stay in second for that right-hander. I already downshift to first too much and too many times in these corners, so better not do that again. But this is a bad lap time coming in now. It's a little bit more embarrassing. My streak of good laps is coming to an end. That's 4 solid laps, but across the line it is going to be a 137.6, so that's not good. 1.6 slower than Marco Bezzecchi, and now it's Maverick Vinales' turn to attack me. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fight. Oh, now a hand, and here comes Maverick. Oh my god, the contact. He sacrificed himself for that one. As far as I'm concerned, that wasn't my fault. I turned in exactly the same moment I've been doing for the past 5, 7, 9 laps, whatever it is we're on. I've never seen a rider go that close to the apex, and there comes Aleix Espargaro. He would have seen his teammate go down to the gravel there, and he won't like it. The captain is going up against the future captain for Gas as we go late on the brakes. Oh, I didn't mean to make that. Sorry, Espargaro. Sorry, mate. I wasn't trying to make that contact then. I wanted to turn in. Oh, he's not going to like that. That's two corners. Well, 2 Aprilias I've faced in about 6 corners, and 2 of them have come up worse for wear. He's not going to be happy with that one. We know Aleix is a hothead. He's not going to like that at all. It wasn't my intention. I wasn't trying to hit him there. I was trying to turn in at the last moment, and I just made a bit of contact. My apologies, so I do take full responsibility for that one. But now into the right-hand side. It is 1 second is the difference to the number 43. That is Jack Miller, of course. He's the team leader of KTM in this game, which I think's incorrect. It should be Brad Binder, especially as Jack Miller was a newcomer to the RC16 project. But yeah, for some reason, Pit Buyer's men have decided to appoint Jack Miller as the top man for the job in MotoGP 23. So still, again, another bad lap time of 136, but at least it was consistently bad. 2 bad consistent laps of a 136.7. Oh, excuse me, 137.6. So not all that bad. But now we have 4 laps remaining with, 4 or 5 riders all hot on my heels. You can see in the map in the left-hand corner of your screen there, look at the amount of riders behind us. It's actually about 4. So it's going to be Miller, Espargaro, Marquez, and whoever it is in 9th. Okay, that keeps things interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Hard on the brakes we go again into the Pedrosa corner. Miller has pulled that gap in. He's pulled it in by about 0.6 of a second on this lap. Good lord. He's going to be attacking us soon, isn't he? I don't want to give up to the KTM, but I also don't want to make contact. Because if we ruin our relationship with Miller or Binder, or even my teammates, it is going to negatively affect our chances of upgrades from the Austrian manufacturer. So we do need to be careful with that. But I don't want to just yield. I'm not going to just take it lying down. I'm not going to just let him get past. He's going to have to fight for it. In fact, Aleix Espargaro's coming on through. He's going to help me here. He's going to actually help me by fighting with Miller to fight back here. But we know in real life the KTM does go well here at the Spanish GP. But again, late on the brakes. I seem to have lost a bit of momentum now. I think as the tyres are beginning to get a bit more worn. I mean, it's a halfway, but it doesn't feel as comfortable as it did earlier on. But we're back into, well, we're lower into the 137s, but we're still in the 137 category at this stage. 0.2 of a second is Espargaro. He might be having a lunge here. Not close enough. Really nice, tight defensive line into the Michelin corner. Where's Espargaro? Where's he going to go for it? I'm going to call it now. It's either going into the Pedrosa corner or this right-hander here. When we turn to the right-hand side here, I wouldn't mind expecting an Aprilia to come firing through. Here he is. Look at the timing on that. Well, that's experience that paid off for you. The captain coming on through, and now we've got to do it again. This time late on the brakes, but we'll try not to make contact with him. Oh, around the outside. No. Yeah, I couldn't stop it. Oh, now here comes Marquez. I couldn't get it stopped. I got sucked in with the slipstream there. Nothing I could have done. Damn it. Once again, letting the ambition take over there. I probably could have fought with him a little bit longer if I just... Oh, he's gone wide though. Look how deep he is into the Nieto corner. Oh, and there comes Marquez. Oh, he didn't forget about my lunge on him in the early stage of this race. He's just mugged me off there into the Pellequy corner. Fair play to the 8 times world champion. It's experience and character building at this stage. And he's gone wide again, Espargaro. He's off the circuit. Oh, my lord. He regained the circuit way too aggressively there. And now into the left-hander for the Lorenzo corner. We've lost a dramatic amount of time on this lap. But into the slipstream, can we fight back and go for 5th? A top 5 in the race would be fantastic. It would be our best result yet in a full featured race. Into turn 1, Marquez has got the speed on the straight. Back into the brakes. Oh, almost lost the front there. Still on it though. Still very much on it. And now to the left-hand side, I'm trying to stay with Marc Marquez. Grassini Ducati bound in real life, but right now, he is wielding the Honda with like a weapon right now. As we go to the right-hander, here comes Jack Miller. Yeah, this is going bad to worse now. We're down to 7th. I'm going to try and get back up on through on Jack Miller, but I don't know if it's going to be late enough on the brakes. Can we get it stopped? We certainly can. That's what I wanted to do on Espargaro, but clearly I was too far back. But getting past there, that's not done my chances of finishing in 6th place too bad, actually. I thought I would have lost a significant time to Marquez, but we're still there. 0.8 of a second is the difference between the number 93 and the number 47. But here comes Espargaro. Yeah, he's going to go for that lunge. Nicely done. Nice. That's a clean overtake. I can't be mad at that. That was very clean. Considering I battered him twice, that's very clean from Espargaro. Very calm and calculated is the number 41. The man from Montmello, of course. Whoa, Marquez is deep now. Oh, he almost made contact with Aleix Espargaro. We'll go on the brakes. And oh, Espargaro's off the circuit now. What's going on? Oh, we're going to hit him. Oh, my lord. And now Espargaro's all over the place. What on earth is going on for this this penultimate lap? That was bonkers. We do have a chance of finishing in 5th after all then. Oh, close right up to Marquez there. This has really been interesting. This has been fun. And we're only fighting for 5th place. This is unbelievable. A little bit bad on the last lap times, but I think with all the action and battling that's been ensued, there's Espargaro again. I can see that front wheel of the Aprilia. Look at the cameraman getting a good shot on the left-hand side there. And now to the right, we keep it in tight. Rhyming accidentally. Is Espargaro coming through yet? He is not. We have Power Steering 3 to hopefully hold the position. Do we have enough? Late on the brakes. Yeah, not bad. I don't know if we can stop it. We can. Is Espargaro there? He is, but is he going to go for the lunge? If he's going to go for it anywhere, it's going to be the Nieto corner again, isn't it? Into the left-hand side here. This is the Jorge Martinez Aspar corner. And now into the left. The gap is coming down. Got to hold it tight here. No, Espargaro is going to go for it again, isn't he? Yeah, I went too deep expecting the lunge. Damn it, he got me again. Clean overtake from Espargaro. Here comes Quartararo around the outside. Oh, he was close to us there. And we're back down to Power Steering 2. I never trust the fuel on the last lap. I don't want to risk it. There goes Espargaro. Marquez is deep again. He almost crashed there. We need Power Steering 3 now, but it's hard to put it on in this state to the corner. And we're deep. Yeah, it's not going to be then. It's not going to be a 6th place. It's going to be 7th place once again, matching our career high in the previous race. But what an effort. I can't be mad at that. That was a great race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we got some good points on the board. But once again, Pecco Bagnaia, the real-life cheat code, he's up there in 1st place. Bastianini in 2nd, and Johan Zarco, who looked to be fighting for the win in the early stages, he's dropped down to 3rd. So let's have a little scroll down to see... Oh, Alex Rins the faster man on track, but teammate Paul Espargaro, once again, no points. And no points for Johan Zarco, Jorge Martin, as something happened to him. Pecco Bagnaia has increased his championship lead to 48 points, 66 over Zarco. And there is us in 11th place now. We've moved up a position, over Miguel Oliveira and Brad Binder. So we're 109 points behind. And teammate Espargaro is now down in 15th. So that means that we will be the team leader, and that means that we will be instigating all of the package improvements and upgrades for the RC16. I cannot wait for the Jerez test coming very, very soon. So guys, I will leave you with everything else that's on screen. Enjoy the last bits of the Teams Championship and the Constructors. But upon that note, that is it from me. So thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.